1.1 Background of study. Technology has revolutionized education with e-learning, blending traditional and online methods. COVID-19 spiked online education demand, highlighting its benefit, which is flexibility and accessibility, and challenges, learning motivation and content quality and equipment access. Malaysia introduced e-learning in 1998-1999, repeatedly adopting it during COVID-19 with 70% engagement in online education. Issues remain, including digital inequality, internet access, content quality, and mental health concerns. 1.2 Problem statement. Key challenges: lack of ICT facilities, unequal access, urban vs rural, limited teachers' preparation, and poor digital infrastructure. Impact: hinders equitable education and e-learning's full potential. 1.3 Research question. Number 1. How does perceived ease of use influence the intention to use e-learning platforms among university students in Malaysia? Number 2. To what extent does perceived usefulness impact university student intention to use e-learning platforms in Malaysia? Number 3. What role do facilitating conditions play in shaping student intention to use e-learning platforms? And last one, number 4. How does social influence affect the intention to use e-learning platform among university students? 1.4 Research objective. Number 1. To examine the relationship between perceived ease of use and university student intention to use e-learning platforms in Malaysia. Number 2. To assess how perceived usefulness impact the intention to adopt e-learning platforms among university students. Number 3. To analyze the influence of facilitating conditions such as access to resource and technical support on student intention to use e-learning platforms. And number 4, to investigate the role of social influence, including encouragement from peers, educators, and family members in shaping university student intention to use e-learning platforms. 1.5 Scope of study. Focus on university student in Malaysia. Analyze perception, preference, and experience of both public and private university students. 1.6 Significance of study. Provide insight for educators, policymakers, and platform designers to improve e-learning system and access. 1.7 Key definition. E-learning. Use of internet enabled platform, example Moodle and Blackboard, for a flexible remote education with interactive features like quizzes and feedback. 1.8 Organization of proposal. Chapter 1 Introduction. Explain the background, problem, objective, and key terms of the study. Chapter 2 Literature review. Review past studies and introduce the theoretical framework and research model. And chapter 3 Methodology. Describe how the research will be conducted, including data collecting and analysis.
Hello, my name is BINTI IDIL ADHA. First, let's discuss the underpinning theories of this study. The Technology Acceptance Model, or TAM, highlights two main factors influencing technology adoption: perceived usefulness, or PU, and perceived ease of use, or PEOU. PU refers to how much users believe in technology will improve their performance, while PEOU focuses on how simple and effortless the system is to use. The Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology, or UTAUT, expands on this with two additional factors: social influence and facilitating conditions. Social influence reflects the impact of encouragement from peers or institutions, while facilitating conditions address the availability of resources and support system. These theories provide the foundation for understanding how students adopt e-learning system. Perceived usefulness play a crucial role in e-learning adoption. Students are more likely to use this platform if they believe it enhances their academic performance. Features such as recorded lectures, online assessment, and communication on tools provide flexibility and efficiency, especially during the pandemic when physical learning wasn't possible. By making learning more convenient and accessible, e-learning platforms have become a valuable resource for students, ultimately improving their academic outcomes. Next is perceived ease of use. Students platform with simple navigation and user-friendly design reduce frustration and encourage adoption. However, challenges still exist for students from rural areas or those with limited experience with technology. Providing tutorial, accessible interfaces, and tailored workshop can significantly improve usability, ensuring all students, regardless of background, can adapt easily to this platform. Social influence refers to the role of peers, lecturers, and institutions in encouraging e-learning adoption. When lecturers actively integrate e-learning into their teaching, students are more likely to use the platform. Similarly, Seeing peers engage with these systems builds trust and credibility in the technology. University endorsement further solidify its importance, creating an environment where students feel motivated to participate. Facilitating conditions focus on the resources and support system required for successful e-learning. Key factors including reliable internet, access to devices like laptops, and a conducive study environment. In Malaysia, students in rural areas face significant barriers, including poor internet access and limited resources. Addressing these challenges by improving infrastructure, providing technical support, and offering affordable devices can create equitable opportunities for all students, ensuring no one is left behind. Lastly, intention to use e-learning reflects students' readiness and willingness to adopt this platform. Perceived usefulness and ease of use are crucial factors. Students are more likely to adopt e-learning when it improves their academic performance and it's easy to navigate. Social influence and facilitating condition further strengthen this attention. Positive reinforcements from peers and access to resources play an essential role in minimizing barriers, helping students adopt e-learning with confidence. Based on this factor, the hypotheses are: 1. Perceived usefulness positively influence the intention to use e-learning. 2. Perceived ease of use also have a positive influence. 3. Social influence play a crucial role in motivating adoption. Finally, facilitating conditions are vital for ensuring accessibility and attention. These hypotheses provide a clear structure to analyze students' behavior and identify areas for improvement in e-learning system. The conceptual framework connects all these variables. Perceived usefulness and ease of use represent individual perception, while social influence and facilitating condition capture external factors. Together, they shape the dependent variable, which is students' intention to use e-learning. This framework highlights the relationship between these factors, offering valuable insight for improving adoption rates. Thank you.
My name is WINY from HG19. I will present Chapter 3, which are research method. On 3.2, the research designed for a study on Malaysian university students' intention to use e-learning platforms. The study adopts a quantitative approach, collecting data via online surveys. This allows us to systematically explore factors like perceived usefulness, ease of use, social influence, and facilitating conditions that may influence students' e-learning intention. Next is data collection. Data will be collected through online surveys randomly distributed to Malaysian university students. This method ensures high-quality data and minimizes error, providing reliable insight into the factors that affect students' e-learning adoption. On 3.4 is study population. The target population consists of university students in Malaysia with approximately 1.5 million individuals. This study focuses on understanding what drives their intention to use e-learning platforms. Next is research instrument development. The research tool is a questionnaire divided into 3 sections, which is Section A, demographic details like age and gender. Section B, intention to use e-learning, dependent variable. Section C, factors like perceived usefulness, ease of use, and social influence, independent variable. A Likert scale will measure response from strongly disagree to strongly agree. 3.5.1 Questionnaire. The questionnaire gathers data on the variables affecting e-learning use. Section A uses a nominal scale for demographics. Section B measures the intention to use e-learning, while Section C evaluates the independence factor. A Likert scale is used for response ranging from 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. In research, different scales are used for measurement. First, the nominal scale is for categorization. It classifies data with gender or ethnicity without numerical meaning. For example, 1 male and 2 female. Next, the interval scale ranks data with equal intervals but not through 0. This is used to measure intention with tools like the Likert scale ranging from 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. Lastly, the ratio scale is the most precise with a true 0 measuring absolute quantities. For instance, 0 indicates no agreement or support. Next, for data analysis procedure. For data analysis, SPSS will be used to process the data. It allows efficient handling of large data sets and provides clear visualization and descriptive analysis. Reliability analysis will test data consistency, ensuring results are replicable. Descriptive analysis will summarize demographic data and key characteristics, helping us understand the sample profile. Next is Pearson's correlation and regression. Pearson correlation will examine relationship between variables, while multiply regression will predict e-learning adoptions based on factors like perceived usefulness and social influence.
Demographic analysis. Age majority are 18 to 21 years old, 75.7%. 22 until 25 years old, 16.5%, and others below 3%. Gender. Male 63.6%, female 36.4%, Malay 51.5%, Bumiputra 35.9%, Chinese and Indian 3.9% each. Education level, bachelor degree 44.2%, high school 40.8%, employment status 88.8% full-time students, and current semester 56.3% in each semester 1 until 2, and 39.6% in semester 3 until 4. Descriptive analysis. Overall mean score, dependent variable 3.74 to 7, and standard deviation 0.97 to 61, and independent variable perceived usefulness 3.768 and standard deviation 0.920, and perceived ease of use 3.768 and standard deviation 0.886, and social influence 3.794 and standard deviation 0.9244, and facilitating conditions 3.708 and standard deviation 0.96547. Reliability analysis. Crossband alpha result, intention to use e-learning is a good, perceived usefulness is a good, perceived ease of use is acceptable, social influence is a good, facilitating condition is a good, and overall reliability, which is 0.828 and which is excellent. And move on to Pearson correlations. Perceived usefulness is a substantial, perceived ease of use is substantial, and social influence is also substantial, and also facilitating condition is also substantial. Regression analysis. Model summary. R value 0.875 and R square 76.5%, and significance ANOVA F statistic 163.939. Model is statistically significant. Coefficient. Perceived usefulness B0.399, perceived ease of use B02.99, and social influence B0.121, and facilitating condition B0.179.
This study focuses on 4 key factors influencing Malaysian university student adoption of e-learning platform. First, perceived usefulness. Second, ease of use. Third, social influence, and lastly, facilitating condition. Next, for the key finding, perceived usefulness is a stronger factor with a correlation of R equals 0.72, and it shows students adopt with e-learning platform when it significantly enhances academic performance. For ease of use, at R equals 0.68, highlight the need of user-friendly platform. And for the social influence, R equals 0.55 show the importance of peer and lecturer support. And lastly, facilitating condition, R equals 0.49 emphasize the need of resources like reliable internet and device. Next, let's move for the discussion. Perceived usefulness is a crucial because students value platform that simplify learning. Ease of use ensure accessibility for all, especially first-year students. Social influence highlight the role of support from peer and instructor. And finally, facilitating condition underline the importance of closing the digital divide, particularly in rural area. Next, move for the implication. The implication effect for the university, for the policy maker, and for the developer. So, because of that, university should invest in user-friendly design and training program. Policy maker must ensure equal access to device and internet connectivity. For the developer, should focus on creating accessible, interactive, and student-centered platform. Lastly, recommendation and conclusion. We must promote interactive and accessible e-learning solutions and also enhance social support such as a peer mentoring and instructor training. To maximize the potential of e-learning in Malaysia, it's essential to address digital gap and enhance infrastructure. By doing it, e-learning can become an equitable tool for all students, ensure exclusive education for the future.